First of all, thank you so much for attending to this early session. You are probably the first comers to this room today, and the ones that are really interested in growth and in artificial intelligence. Well, I just wanted to make a few reflections on how can artificial intelligence influence growth, and specifically in Spain. Why is that? If you look what has been happening in the Iberian Peninsula in the last 200 years in the economy, well, we started late, the Industrial Revolution, very late, and we were always behind in any new technological advance. We were able to absorb technology that was produced somewhere else, and with that, we were able to increase our productivity. But it took time, since from the moment where the new technology, the new information was created, and these new ideas, new ways to do things was absorbed in Spain and in Portugal. Why? Because we are in the west corner of Europe, we have the Pyrenees, and there was a physical distance between the center of Europe and Spain. For the first time in our history, with artificial intelligence, we have the opportunity to be at the front of this new era from the beginning. Why is that? First of all, because physical distance does not matter anymore. Whatever is invented, discovered, developed in any corner of the planet can be instantly known somewhere else. So distance is not important. At the same time, we are placed in the center of America, Europe, and Africa. And all these technological changes are taking place in all the world at the same time. So we are in the very center of what is happening in the most important economies, or the fastest growing economies in the world. The third reason why Spain has an opportunity with artificial intelligence is that it's probably, right now, Spain enjoys human capital that is well prepared, that is ready to develop and absorb these advances and be part of the new creation. For the first time in our history, we have more engineers, computer scientists, mathematicians that are ready, that they are at the edge of technology, and the relation quality-price is very, very good. That's why all international companies are coming to Spain right now to develop artificial intelligence. We have also energy, which is important for data centers. Solar energy, wind energy. Spain is becoming the battery of Europe. There's no other place in Europe where you can set sun panels, or you can set wind farms with the resource and the price that you can do in Spain. So we have energy, we have people, we have geographical location, and we have also digital infrastructure. So we have all the ingredients to take advantage of the new technologies that are taking place. We have, for the first time in our history, the possibility of being at the front edge in a new technology that is developing in other parts of the world. Artificial intelligence, as any other technological advance, is about productivity. Productivity is going to grow thanks to artificial intelligence, and it's coming. You cannot stop it. I say so because when you hear the debates, the political debates about artificial intelligence, most things you hear about is about the threat on jobs. But that's not the right way to look at it. The right way to look at it is that artificial intelligence is going to enhance productivity, it's going to make us better and richer, it's going to create new demands. And what you have to do is to take to do whatever it is you need to take the most advantage from that. And how? Well, what we are trying to develop in the Conservative Party in Spain, the Popular Party, is a program where we can take advantage of artificial intelligence in three main areas. The first one is the public sector. If there is an area where productivity can be improved very rapidly, is the public sector. Both bureaucracy and the public services that the public administration are offering to our citizens. Bureaucracy is most of the time comparing documents, is most of the time checking if some rules have been followed, checking if some facts are there that comply with the regulation. All that is going to change completely with artificial intelligence. It's going to change the speed of the administrative work is going to increase very, very rapidly. The judiciary system, for example, if you talk to judges, most of the time they are doing routine sentences, routine decisions that can be pre-prepared by artificial intelligence. In fact, they are already using artificial intelligence. That will increase a lot the speed and the efficiency of the Spanish courts and the courts in the rest of the world. Probably most of the jobs that now are being held by bureaucrats are going to change completely in the next 10, 15 years, and for the better. Our citizens will be able to track where is their, in the administrative process, where is their decision, the license, the whatever they need, who's having that, why. You can interact, you can ask questions. With the tax system, the same thing. It's going to be more efficient. Fraud is easier to fight. And at the same time, the interaction with the tax administration is going to improve a lot. If you have a doubt about your taxes, you have already a way to ask it, but it's going to improve much better in the future. The agents, the artificial intelligence agents in the tax administration are going to solve 95% of the doubts that the taxpayers have. So in the area of bureaucracy, it's probably one where artificial intelligence is going to change completely. And it's our objective that Spain has to be a front runner in this. But also in the main public services that public administration are offering to our citizens. 2/3 of the public employees in Spain work for the health administration or the education administration. And in both areas, artificial intelligence is going to change everything. The time that many doctors are using in routine visits or things like that are going to change in a very fundamental way. In the same time, new technologies have to penetrate the education system. It's going to help our students, it's going to help our teachers. Homework is going to be different in the future. Tutoring is going to be completely different in the future. And again, what are the most basic things, the things that are more easy to solve without the human help will be done by artificial intelligence, reducing the cost, increasing the efficiency of the services. What you have to do is to do it right, so it can penetrate very easily inside the public sector. So the first area where productivity will be enhanced through artificial intelligence is going to be the public sector, bureaucracy, judiciary system, and the health and education services. The second area is, of course, our companies, the business community. Big companies are not of a big concern. They are already using artificial intelligence. They already know what they want to do. They can hire tailor-made solutions. They can hire sophisticated advisors or companies that are helping them. Our real challenge is the small and medium-sized companies for two reasons. First, because they cannot invest as much as big companies. Second, because they don't have the time to learn what is going on. This kind of events is really important for that. But imagine if you are the owner of a restaurant and you don't know what is artificial intelligence. You're not going to spend the whole morning here trying to find out when you have other things to do. That's the real challenge for small and medium-sized companies Most of them joined the digital revolution, although not all of them. There are still small companies that they don't have a web page, for example. And now we are in a step forward. How can artificial intelligence help them to improve their business, to predict better demand, to manage better human resources, to be more efficient when they buy their inputs? So here the idea is, let's try to build together with the business community standardized products that can be easily adapted to every sector, to every company. Restaurants have common problems that can be solved by artificial intelligence. The idea is how to work with them in such a way that there is a standard product that is not very expensive and is easy to learn and easy to adapt to their needs. That's the main challenge in the economic policy for small and medium-sized companies in order to get the new artificial intelligence tools into their businesses and increase again productivity, which is finally our final aim of the introduction of new technologies in any economy. The third pillar we have to look at is, and here we have a good example for that, Spain also has to get its part in the new revolution and in the added value that is being created around the world. We have many brilliant men and women that are starting their own company, that they have brilliant ideas, that they are developing new projects. But what usually happens is that they start here, they start well, they have a good team, but when they want to grow, they don't have enough finance, the regulation is too rigid, and at the end of the day, not only in Spain, but in most of Europe, they go somewhere else, where the environment to grow is better than the one we have here. We have to change that. We need that enough financial resources, venture capital, regulatory support is there to let them grow inside Spain, that they are not only born in Spain, but they also grow in Spain. The second thing we have to do to get our share in the added value of the new technologies is to attract as much as possible companies that are already working around the world, especially multinational companies, that when they decide what to do where, they look at Spain as a place where they can develop their products, where they can develop activities that are important for their development. It's already happening. Nearly all big technological companies in the world are placing AI centers in Spain. Nearly all of them. But to do that, we also have to be open, we also need to be open to the installation, for example, of data centers in the country, give them the opportunity to have their own infrastructure, and create a symbiotic environment with these companies. Taxes must be attractive, capacity to work in Spain, or the facility to work in Spain should be there in such a way that whenever a big international company is looking for a place to develop the next tool, Spain should be at the top of the list among their options. As I said, it's already happening, but we have to work more in order to improve this environment to continue attracting international investors. If we do all this, we transform the public sector, we are able to develop the new technologies, or introduce the new technologies in small and medium-sized companies, and we get our share in the new added value, attracting investment and developing our own companies, Spain, for the first time in its economic history, will converge in income and per capita, and will converge in productivity to the top countries in the world.